Influenced by some of the biggest blues legends like Son House and Muddy Waters, these guys have a sound all their own.
And taking the daybreak stage this morning, here's Harpdaddy and the Backcountry Mojo.
You only love me when I'm gone. You only love me when I'm gone. Call me on the telephone. Can't wait till I get home. But when I walk on through the door, it's just like it was before. We used to lay in bed till noon. We used to lay in bed till noon. I bring you all my love, but then it all went wrong. You used to love my coffee, but now my coffee tastes strong. Well, it's been 10 long weeks since you treated me right. All you wanna do is a fuss and a fight. But you know I love you, baby, and I hope you love me too. So call on me, baby. I'll bring my coffee home to you. All right, Patrick, come on.
Daybreak's Mic Check in the Morning, presented by the Anchorage Concert Association, inspiring and entertaining Alaskans through the performing arts. Come see why it's better live.
Harpdaddy and the Backcountry Mojo. Darren, why don't you go ahead and introduce us to your bandmates?
Thank you. To my far right, Brandon Kell on guitar and Patrick Gillen on guitar as well. On my backside is David Mack on bass and Michael Sentner on the sticks. And then special guest star Mud Puddle with us today.
I love it. Mud Puddle, what's your real name, Mud Puddle? Jake.
Jake. Killing it on that harmonica, by the way.
You did awesome today. How did you guys all get together? Just a love of the same kind of music? How did it all work out?
Yeah, you know, it's been a vision of mine for a number of years to, one, have more blues up here in Alaska. I think it's a hotbed for it, and just need another blues band in town. And to be able to be up here with my son, been a dream of mine as well. And not just my son, but other youth to be able to come up and play with us. So we're a little involved with the Alaska Music Project for Youth as well, and giving young kids opportunities to get up and play on stage.
So a lot of your music, is it covers? Is it original?
A mix of everything. Certainly based with some Son House, Howlin' Wolf covers, but we have, like the song that we did today is an original. So we've got 4 or 5 originals as well.
We were very much interested in Mud Puddle's story. We know he's your son. How did he get into it? Was it just something that he picked up from Dad? And is it something he plans to do well into the future? I know it's early.
That's up to him, totally. Duct tape works. Just kidding. No, when he was 1, 2 years old, he, instead of wanting to watch SpongeBob, wanted to see my DVDs of Muddy Waters and all of his great harmonica players, Junior Wells and whatnot. And he just kind of picked it up from there. How he got his name was, I was playing up at the Fairview in Talkeetna one stormy February night, 40 below when the wind was howling pretty hard. Electricity to the town went out, and the Fairview had their generator and cold beer flowing. So next thing I know, I'm on stage during an open mic, and in walks Jake and his brother. And Jake ran right over to my wife, and he's sitting there at 3 years old going, I think Daddy wants me on stage. And after the first song, I'm kind of communicating with my eyes. All right, I'm really going to give it now. And he's like, yeah, Mom, Daddy really wants me up there. And she's like, well, I don't know, this is a whole different deal than just playing at home a little bit. So sure enough, after that song, I waved my harp at him. He jumped up on stage, and I don't think anybody noticed for a good couple of minutes. He was just playing away, and it sounded like he knew what he was doing. And then all of a sudden, people realized, oh my God, there's a little kid on stage, and they all rushed with their iPhones. And so the next day, we're walking to the Roadhouse for breakfast, and all these young ladies are coming up, Jake, I saw you last night. And so in the blues world, that's called chopping one's head, right? So he chopped my head that night, and that earned him a blues name. And Mud for Muddy was an obvious, and Puddle just sounded right. So Mud Puddle.
The legend of Mud Puddle was born. Well, you look right at home on stage, as do the rest of you guys. We want to thank you so much for being on Daybreak this morning.
Come on, Mud Puddle, let's go. I got a little red rooster to listen to crow for days. I got a little red rooster to listen to crow for days. Keeps everything in a barnyard upset in every way. Where the dog begin to bark and the hound begin to howl. Oh, the dog begin to bark and the hound begin to howl. You better watch out, all you kinfolk. My little red rooster's on the prowl. All right, Mud Puddle, show these people now. That's it. My little red rooster, won't you please drive him home? Ain't no peace in my barnyard, people, since my little red rooster been gone. Come on, Mojo.